Okay folks, another one of these popular ones that I do. The nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. There is a special term for a photocopier nerd, and it's called a toner head. So toner heads are photocopier nerds, specialised kind of nerd. And that's my category. I like other forms of technology, but mostly the photocopier is what I'm interested in. Okay, let's see what we have here. Snooty magazine, the Mossman Daily. Have a seat. Local venues welcome us back to the tables as lockdown lifts. Yep, but there is one catch. You have to be fully vaccinated to have a seat at a restaurant, for example. I know it sounds a bit harsh to some people because some people seem to want not to be vaccinated, but basically it's worth it. I know it sounds cruel, I know it sounds a bit like a human rights abuse, but it's better than catching COVID, better than getting sick like we were only weeks ago or about a month ago. Look at Victoria. Even though Victoria, how should I put it, just takes one person, that limo driver in Sydney, in Bondi, triggered this. But you can't get too fussed with the concept of human rights because you've got to fucking get vaccinated so you don't spread the disease as well as catch it. So, I really can't understand what the difficulty is with getting the vaccine as opposed to getting sick. I'd rather have the vaccine than get sick. It's not worth getting sick just to uphold supposed human rights champion or cause. But you could say anything's human rights abuse. But we have to get vaccinated, otherwise we're never going to see the end of this disease. And I've actually seen an article where a person who didn't get vaccinated got COVID, and that person regretted what they were doing by not getting vaccinated. So they were actually regretting it. They wished that they hadn't have taken the anti-vax stance. I'm actually thinking we're going to do another one of these. This is not good enough. But basically, I just don't understand. It's so easy just to get the vax. It costs you nothing and it protects you and protects others. It's really worth getting. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting, this one. I do like that. That's an interesting double head piece. Still not what I'm after. But it's really nice just to go into the coffee shop and to sit down and drink your coffee in a ceramic mug instead of one of those plastic or these paper mugs. I much prefer it any day to just have a nice, comfortable rest in a restaurant, should I say, instead of being out in a park. I know parks are really nice places also to drink coffee, but I prefer to be able to sit at a table with a ceramic mug. So I've deemed it worth it to get the vaccine. So that looks really quite interesting. I think we could work with that. So yeah, I've actually come to the conclusion, and I knew the vaccination was the only way out of this pandemic. I had a feeling, like early in the stage, like the old tippy toes that we were playing with the original version of the COVID, but then when Delta came through that stupid fucked head limo driver, well, the game had changed and COVID had just ratcheted up a notch. Not just a notch, a lot. And we ended up not being able to control it through just wearing masks or keeping a social distance of 1.5 metres, signing in with your QR code, all those measures which indeed are well and good, but they weren't going to hold control, suppress the illness forever. And vaccination became our game changer. And it's worked. It's really helped. I'm really pleased that we're getting this happening. But I just don't understand why the anti-vaxxers seem to think you can and they often don't wear masks, and they kick up a stink at protests and shit like that, spread bullshit around social media, giving social media a bad name, because there's nothing wrong with social media per se. I'm a person who uses it to get my word out, and it just seems a shame that these people like to use social media, and then the media, the mass media or the mainstream media like television, then brands social media as something bad because of this minority of people that are doing the wrong thing, using it and abusing it. So, we do get a bad name. Social media can be utilised in a good way. So I'm not against that. Yeah, I'm a real fan of social media. Not a fangirl. I don't worship the companies that produce the social media, like Facebook or YouTube and shit, or Google for YouTube. But basically I have a real use for it. Big time. I'm trying to get in touch with a lost loved one. I'm trying to get the word out. So there you have it. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.